What's up, friends? I got another Twitch streaming video for you today. This one is a fun one. This one is 5 small and easy tips to make you a better streamer. Now, you can do these at any time, and this is just from my observations in the Twitch world, and I hope they help you out. So remember, you don't have to use all these tips. You could pick and choose, give you something to think about. Here we go. Number 1 tip, look at the camera. That's what I see a lot of people missing on Twitch. I think makes a huge difference. I mean, let's face it, when you're playing the game, you have to be looking at the game, but you got plenty of time to glance up, look at the camera. Eye contact is a huge thing. So if you're talking to your audience and you're actually looking at them through the camera, they're going to feel more engaged. They're going to feel like you're kind of with them as opposed to just staring at the screen and maybe, you know, talking in a monotone voice. So there's a good tip right there. Look at the camera, look at your audience, try to move around a bit. Number 2, this goes with moving around a little bit. I've always said this, head movement and hand movement. I know it's hard if you're playing a video game. You can't really take your hands off the controller all that much, but move your head around. You know, this is what I was saying when, you know, a lot of streamers nowadays are kind of monotone. A lot of them actually look kind of bored when they're playing. This will help you big time. So these 2 tips, looking at the camera, moving your hands as much as you can, and moving your head when you can't. You're talking to your audience. You want to get your point across. Make sure you're doing those gestures like you actually got something to say. Number 3. This is another one I see here, guys. Be ready for your stream and try to avoid downtime. So in other words, something like if you're going to be playing in a team with, you know, whichever game you're playing, you might be playing in a team. Make sure that team is ready to go when you stream. If someone's taking too long, just go in the game. A lot of people want to be there for the gameplay. We know we always got to pretend that people are there. So I see a lot of that going on. People just are not prepared for their stream. I'm guilty of that 1,000% sometimes. So make sure your stream is ready to go. If you're playing with a group, your group is ready to go. And make sure, you know, everything's correct. The volume, if you got team chat going on, make sure your teammates are not drowning you out. All that good stuff, have it set up beforehand so you don't have to scramble on stream. You'd be surprised at how many people miss that one, including myself. Number 4. And this goes with kind of all of them that we mentioned today. Treat the whole thing like a show and a presentation. So you want to be prepared. You wouldn't be waiting for a person to come on your stream or waiting for a group member to come on if it was an actual presentation in front of a lot of people, because that's really what it is. It's a presentation. It's a show, right? So make sure, you know, you're moving along, you're not getting stuck, and you're treating it like it is a show and you're always on. So make sure you are always on. And number 5, this is a little bit of a tricky one I wrote down here, but bear with me here. Answer directly, but include everyone. So, you know, I get a lot of time. This is more of an advanced trick that I kind of learned along the way. So if someone's, you know, asking you a question in the chat, you could answer them directly, but you could also include all the other viewers within that chat. So if someone is asking me about Game of Thrones, did I watch Game of Thrones last night? I could say, yes, Tony, I did. How did you like it? Or I could include everybody and say, I like to read it and say, did I watch Game of Thrones last night? Yes, I did. And this is my favorite character. What are you guys' favorite character in Game of Thrones? Now, you know, I spun it a little bit to where someone asked me a specific thing and I included the whole audience and the whole viewers in that. And that really helps out a lot because a lot of the people in the chat, you know, may get bored if you're just talking to one person. So try to include everybody because they're all watching you. Try to bring it back to the game, whatever you could do to include all your viewers. I hope these 5 tips help. This is just my advice from my Twitch streaming journeys. Something to think about. I really hope it helped you. I'll see you in the next video.